All right, Diburei Emunah, Daf Mem Daled, Daf Mem Hey actually. Rav Moshe Henayes was the mechutin of Reb Aaron the Rav, the Rav of Breslas. Henayes. And he was also a big Oisha, was a big Machnis Orchim. But his derech was not to speak with the people that, with his guests. And he wouldn't talk with them at all. Once he came to Shabbos Kodesh, a guest that he realized it was Choshev mentioned, a tzaddik. And immediately it occurred to him that with this guest he will talk. But not in the Sudas Shabbos, but in the morning. In the morning, again, he slinked out of it. He says he's not going to talk to him. In the morning, he's going to tell him Shalosh Shudas. Shalosh Shudas, he pushed him from Lav Malka. He pushed from Lav Malka. As Lav Malka, that person wasn't there anymore. So when Moshe came to Rabbeinu to tell him about this guest that he pushed him from Suda to Suda until the end, he didn't speak to him. He said, if you were in a habit of talking to all your guests, you would be zoche to speak to such an exalted guest. Some say it was Eliyahu Novi. He's an exalted guest. But since you never speak to all the other guests, you wouldn't have the schir to speak to him. So you see, Reb David Yitzchok, what he knows, he says. What he doesn't know, I say, they say whatever. Do I have any proof as Eliyahu Novi? I know who says who. But, it's just to make it bigger, to make what the Rebbe says more dramatic, more, this is what we do. But in the previous days, they were not like that. What they knew, they said. What they didn't know, they didn't say. Rabbi Nachman writes in Koich Ve'or about the Sipurim there was with Rabbeinu and with the Talmidim. And he says that this Sefer is not like the other Maises of Tzadikim. He says because the other Sfarim, he says the other Maises, Sipurim Maises of Tzadikim, which people tell, he says the teller is on his third shot, third shot of whiskey, and the listener is asleep. And that's the way it goes from one to the next. He says, but the story that I write over here, I received from people that I know by them, that they don't change a word. A word they don't change. It used to be that people used to ask Rabbi Yitzchok, when he said something like this, he would ask him, okay, who was this Reach? Did the Rabbi say it wasn't? He would say, he used to say that. He says, I told you what I know. What do you want me to tell you something I don't know? He chazed everything. It says, the Shulchan Aruch once saw Rabbi Pinchas from Kiblitz speaking to a young man. The Shulchan Aruch said to Rabbi Avram Sternhartz, that was 8 years old at the time. It was Tov Resh Lamed. That's 60 years. That's Tafresh Lamed. This is 70 years before the Second World War. No, 30 years. 30 years before. It was 30 years. Because, and he told, wie die Ingeman redt von Reden. Says, take a look, see how Ingeman speaks from Rabbeinu. Even though the Shulchan Aruch was standing far away, didn't hear what Pinchas Kiblitzer was speaking to the Ingeman, but he knew that when Pinchas is standing and he's talking, there's no doubt he's talking to Rabbeinu. And he wanted to be mechanech, the little boy, how you have to speak from Rabbeinu. And Rabbi Abele from Chirin was, by himself, he was a great Oved Hashem. It was a big Oisha. He had a lot of money in the factory and everything. He says, if you ever steht zwei Menschen von unserer Leitung reden, wherever you find, two people from our Anash speaking and talking, a third person needs to come with writing material and write what they say. So you see, it's not Rabbeinu, but an Abba from Shurim said it.
Rabbeinu didn't say this?
No, it says Abba from Shurim said it. I said it B'Shem Rabbeinu. It's even so now it comes to show you how much you can rely on what I'm saying. It was for sure, without any suffix, that two people, two Anish, when they speak, they only speak Diburei Emunah. They don't speak Diburim Ba'alma, and one should not miss them.